one-day national seminar, Life Sciences, Current Status and Future Prospectus. Once the Louis Pasteur said that science knows no country because knowledge belongs to the humanity and its torch which illuminates the whole world. It is my pleasure and pride to welcome and introduce our guest. We are extremely honored to have our keynote speaker of today's program, Dr. Vivek Kumar Srivastav sir, and working as a scientist and resource person of today's program, Dr. P.P. Sharma sir, which is head of the botany department at Sri Muktananda Mahavidyalaya, Gangapur, and chairperson on and our mentor, respected principal sir of our college, Dr. Shivdas Shisat sir, and Vice Principal Dr. Ramesh Shinde sir and P.K. Jadhav sir. Today's seminar is designed to enhance our knowledge and provide insights into the life sciences because life science is really offer limitless opportunities from the curing disease and feeding the world to protecting the planet. It's future proof field with the strong career growth and soil impacts. That's why now I invite respected principal Dr. Shuda Shirsat sir to deliver the welcome address and formally inaugurate the seminar and give us guidance. Please, sir.
Good morning to one and all. MSP Mandal Yeshwantrao Chauhan College, Ambajogai, Department of Botany, organized one-day national level seminar, Life Sciences, Current Status and Future Prospects. I am grateful to all Honorable Executive Council and CDC members and office bearers of all the organizations have given their best wishes for this seminar. Today, our guest of honor and keynote addressee of this seminar, Honorable Dr. Vivek Kumar Srivastav, Scientist and Head SDDM and Coordinator Eastern Region of NIF Bhubaneswar, Odisha. Resource persons and my friends, colleague, Honorable Dr. Pramod Sharmaji, ex-principal and professor and head Department of Botany, Muktanand College, Gangapur, Maharashtra. I first of all welcome you on behalf of the college. Convener of this seminar, Miss Poonam Lakhe, Miss Tejaswini Kople, and organizing committee members, Vice Principal Dr. Shinde and Mr. P.K. Jadhav, technical supporter Mr. Ali Sheikh and Mr. Asif Sheikh, by all teaching and non-teaching staff member and participants joined from various parts of the country. I welcome you from my bottom of heart. Dear participants, you stand at unique moment in human history. For centuries, the life sciences were a field of observations. We watched how cells divided, how dishes spread, and how plants grew. Today, we have moved from being mere observers to being architects of the biological world. As we navigate 226, the theme life sciences, current status, and future prospects isn't just an academic topic, it is a roadmap for how we will survive and thrive in the coming decades. Currently, we are witnessing a convergence of bits and biology. Today, life sciences are defined by a single word, convergence. We no longer look at biology in isolations. We are seeing a radical fusions between biology, data science, and engineering. Artificial intelligence is no longer a future concept. In 2026, it is our scientific infrastructure. Campaigns are using computers to simulate a molecular interactions in seconds, tasks that used to take year of wet lab trial and error. We are failing fast in digital simulations so we can uh, succeed faster in the real world. Today's era is one of the precisions. We have moved away from one size fits all medicines. The bioeconomy is seen to be flourishing. The global biotechnology market is currently valued at roughly $1.5 trillion dollars. In nations like India, the bioeconomy has surged it over $160 billion, providing that biology is now a primary engine of economic growth. Future prospects. If we look at some future prospects, it seems that if the present is about digitizing biology, then the future is about programming it. We are moving towards in vivo gene editing, correcting genetics diseases like sickle cells, anemia directly inside the patient's body. The prospects of pursuing incurable is moving from clinical trials and to stands care. The future of life sciences isn't just about human health, it is about the health of our planet. We are looking at engineered microbes that can eat plastics, crops that require 50% less water and lab grown proteins that could revolutionize your food systems. By 2030, synthetic biology alone is projected to be 100 billion industry. Organ on a chip and bioprinting. Imagine a world where that wait list from an organ transplant disperse because we can 3D bioprint a kind of kidney using a patient's own cells. Or a world we will test drugs on organ on a chip, microfluidic devices that mimic human physiology, effectively ending the need of animal. In short, it can be said that you are entering the most exciting phase of this field. The lines between computer programmers and genetics scientists are becoming blurred. The future prospects of the life sciences are limited only by imaginations and our ethics. We are not just studying life anymore, we are learning to write its next chapter. I hope that this seminar today will not only serve as a platform of exchanging information, but also for fostering interdisciplinary collaborations that will shape the next decade of biotechnology. Once again, thank you to all. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you so much, sir, for guiding us. It is really proud and honor for our college to organize such a beautiful program with such amazing guests. Words are too short to describe their achievements. Now I request to my colleague, Ms. Kokle Tejaswini ma'am, to introduce our today's keynote speaker, honorable and respected Srivastav sir. Please, ma'am.
Good morning to everyone present here. It is a matter of great pleasure and honor to introduce our esteemed guest, Dr. Vivek Kumar Srivastav sir. Dr. Vivek Kumar sir is presently serving as Scientist F and Head of the Scouting, Documentation and Database Management SDDM Department at the National Innovation Foundation, India, in IF, and Autonomous Institute under the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. He is also coordinator for Eastern and Northeastern Regional Office of NIF. With 20 years of rich experience, Doctor has made significant contributions in the fields of grassroots innovations and ethnobotanical explorations across the country. His work focuses on identifying, documenting, and disseminating innovative practices developed by local communities and traditional knowledge holders. He actively coordinates with various institutions and organizations for mobilizing entries for national innovations competitions and plays a key role and the plays key role in children activity program. His academic and research contributions are equally remarkable. He is the recipient of prestigious Dr. S.K. Jain Medal 2006 awarded by Society of Ethnobotanists, Lucknow. He has published more than 50 research papers and articles in reputed national international journals. He also serves as expert committee member for innovation program and several incubation. Please guide us, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you so much. And first of all, I am thankful that we have given an opportunity to interact and discuss and tell about National Innovation Foundation and basically about the grassroots innovations. So importance of the grassroots innovations when we talk about the in the modern day about the life science and the modern days challenges and all. So for making Atmanirbhar Bharat Make in India program, importance of grassroots innovations becomes more vital. So National Innovation Foundation, which is an autonomous institute of Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, is a giving a hand-holding support to the grassroots innovations developed by the common people at grassroots, and who doesn't want to live with the problems. They saw the problem, they identify the problem and come up with the solutions. So we provide a hand-holding support to these unsung heroes and taking them to the next level. So I'll be giving a presentation on the grassroots innovations, how NIF is adding value to them and how they are important for the society at large. So as communicated to me, many of the students are also there. So again, I am thankful to Professor Sivdash also, principal of the college, to giving opportunity, Dr. P.P. Sharma, Poonamji, Tejasniji, faculties who are listening to this and attending this lecture, as well as dear students. So I'm sharing my presentation. Let me see. Just let me know when it is shared. Just a minute. Hope my screen is visible to everyone now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So as I mentioned about the National Innovation Foundation, which is an autonomous institute of Department of Science and Technology. So why is there is a need? Why is the importance of the grassroots innovators? So you can say the primary drivers of the innovation for the ordinary people, because they saw the problem and then they come up with the solutions. Sometimes these innovations are also useful for their survival or for the livelihood. So and some are there already, some are the serial innovators, some are the innovators who used to keep on innovating. So these are some problems. They saw the problem of their themselves, their friends, their family members, or their community, and they are solving. And why it is important? Because these are the original ideas from the grassroots people, and they are the ideas from the field. They saw the problem. So for the application also, it is very useful and easily adopted. So when we talk about the grassroots innovations or grassroots innovators who have original ideas, then they have not supported by them, then it is when NIF is there, science and technology related innovations, which is socially relevant innovations for improving efficiency or reducing drudgery or livelihood generation, can be considered in grassroots innovators whom NIF is going to take forward. Different dimensions, if we talk about the grassroots innovations at grassroots, mainly at the local level, इनोवेशंस बाय द ग्रास रूट्स, मतलब अगर हम बात करते हैं ग्रास रूट्स, मतलब जो लोकल लोग हैं वहाँ पे गांव में, जो हमारे विलेज मैन हैं, मैकेनिक्स हैं, फैब्रिकेटर्स हैं, फार्मर्स हैं, एंड समटाइम्स बहुत सारा, ऐसे हमने बात की ना, बहुत सारे नॉलेज होल्डर्स हैं जो आज भी बहुत, जो आसपास के जो प्लांट्स हैं उनके ऊपर बेस्ड फॉर्मुलेशंस के ऊपर काम करते हैं, इस तरीके के लोगों का। और उनके साथ व्हेन हम ग्रास इनोवेशंस विद द ग्रास रूट्स, तो उन्होंने जो चीजों को, प्रॉब्लम्स को आइडेंटिफाई किया है, उसके साथ मिलकर कैसे आगे बढ़ाया जाए। और समटाइम्स इनोवेशंस फॉर द ग्रास रूट्स, वी सॉ द प्रॉब्लम्स, वी दो चैलेंजेस, और उन चैलेंजेस को कैसे सॉल्व करें जो ग्रास रूट सोसाइटीज के लिए या लोकल जिनको हेल्प की जा सके। So for taking an overview, agar if we just mention about the grassroots approach, how, so most important role is scouting and documentation, and scouting and documentation. So to look for the innovations from this field, from the village. So this is our one most important thing. We always believe कि बिकॉज जो इनोवेटर्स हैं, या जो जिन्होंने कोई इनोवेशन किया है, या कोई उन्होंने नॉलेज डेवलप की है, वो उन्हें नहीं मालूम है कि ये इसकी इंपॉर्टेंस, तो हमको जब हम फील्ड में जाएंगे तभी हम उसको आइडेंटिफाई कर पाएंगे। तो इसको इस तरह का ढूंढना, दैट इज अ मेन इंपॉर्टेंट, और यू कैन से यूएसपी ऑफ एन, दैट वी यूज्ड टू गो इनटू द फील्ड, वी यूज्ड टू गो टू देम। इट इज नॉट दैट हम सिर्फ एडवर्टाइजमेंट दे रहे हैं और एडवर्टाइजमेंट से लोग हमारे पास आ रहे हैं। सो वी यूज्ड टू गो इन फील्ड, वी यूज्ड टू ऑर्गेनाइज द कॉम्पिटिशंस एंड ऑल, उसके थ्रू हम इन तरह के लोगों को ढूंढना और उसको आगे बढ़ाना। एंड द सेकेंड पार्ट इज वैल्यू एडिशन एंड रिसर्च डेवलपमेंट। एनी टेक्नोलॉजी, एनी क्लेम, और जो भी when we talk about the traditional knowledge या knowledge, so जो भी चीजें वो बता रहे हैं वहां पे प्लांट्स के क्या यूजेस है, उसको वैलिडेट करना एंड वैल्यू ऐड करने का काम भी हम करते हैं। मेनली उसमें वैल्यू एडिशन, जैसे इंजीनियरिंग इनोवेशन है, कैसे उसको फर्दर आगे लेके जाया जाए, मैकेनिकल इनोवेशन या एग्रीकल्चर से रिलेटेड। तो जो डिफरेंट डोमेन्स के, जो गांव में तो हर तरह के लोग हैं और हर तरीके की चीजों को वो ढूंढ रहे हैं। देन intellectual property management, so we file the patents in the name of knowledge holders or innovators, because we believe the knowledge belongs to them and we are the custodian of the knowledge. So we file all the patent and the knowledge in their name. Then for the taking these innovations for the business development, for the community, so it is not only scouting or value adding or validating. We also try to convert these technologies so it can reach to the society at large through our business and non-business commercial ventures. So this is, you can say, a complete value chain, starting from the scouting to adding value to that innovation for the incubation program. So far, from all over India, we have already scouted more than 3,75,000 ideas, innovation and knowledge practices, and we have already recognized more than approximately 1,200 grassroots innovators, and 2,000 technologies have been supported for the various forms, means for the value addition and validation, and we filed the patents around 1,417, close to 1,500 patents we have filed in the name of innovators and knowledge holders, and 725 patents have been granted. Likewise, the trademark, design registration, and we also filed the PPVFRA. PPVFRA stands Protection of Plant Variety and Farmers' Right Act. So many of the innovators, many of the farmers who have developed the plant varieties at themselves, so we filed the patent in filed the PPFRA applications for them, around 95, and 46 technologies have been PPFRA have been granted, and 120 cases of technologies we have transferred to the medium to bigger companies, and we have also registered around 28 startups. So as I mentioned in our last award function at 11th award in 2023, where outstanding knowledge holders or innovators have been given awards by the Honorable President. So these are the awards which are not with the highest level. And then we used to organize the Festival of Innovation and Entrepreneurship, in which we used to work 1 week program, where we used to have a exhibition, then discussions, roundtable meetings, and then we have another program in resident scholar, where this in this they 1 week program there they used to stay within and then discussion. It is not only the program. In this program we used to have a discussion how these innovations whoever has been selected in this program, can these technologies can be taken forward. We used to have a roundtable meetings, and now the repertorization and the summary of the roundtable meetings for the policy level discussions has been presented. So this way, how we are taking forward innovations, then many of the grassroots innovators have been awarded at the highest level for their innovations for the Padma Awards. More than 12 innovators have been awarded for the Padma Awards. Giving an example of in recently is 2025 Hariman Sharma ji, who has been given an NIF award also. So he has developed a low chilling variety of an apple. He is given a name HRMN apple variety, which is easily grown in the tropical areas. Like another some more examples like CV Rajuji, and has been given to the award into the Padma Award in 23 as for his developing a herbal dyes for the Etiopaka toys. So entire community, entire the village is now developing a herbal toys based on the plant-based products. Early the toys are the chemical colors are used. So he tries to change the entire thing, and then instead of chemical, herbal colors have been in place. So these are some examples whom they have received the highest awards for their innovations. This is also there are many like this is I'm just giving an example of Lashmi Ashu making machine by the Malleshamji. So what he did, there's in Andhra and Telangana there is a one sari called Pochampalli sari. In that the Ashu is a process in which you have to have the 9,000 time you have to hold a hand to make one Ashu process. In that, so that Ashu process is a very drudgery in which is a very drudgery is there, and then about 9,000 times which it takes for making a one sari, it takes a 1.5 day, sometimes 2 days also for making a complete sari. So by seeing the pain of his mother, so he has come up with this machine where this entire Ashu process has been reduced to the 1.5 hour by this machine, and then the weaving occupation has been transformed. So many of the now Telangana and Andhra Pradesh government has given support to this innovation, and now he has given to the many of the weavers, and he has been conferred with this Achievers Award, Amazing Indian Award by Honorable President, Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji. And there are some more examples. You see, you have already seen the Padman movie. This is also an IF innovation. Then I have already mentioned about this Lashmi Ashu making machine. There are some innovations. Then we used to have also some give the platforms to our grassroots innovators for the international programs. There they can showcase their technologies. They can also interact with the innovators of the different parts of country and different parts of the world, and how to this cross exchange programs have always beneficial for these innovators to upscale their technologies. So if I give a dimension, we always say that grassroots innovations are very common. They are very, so you see the different as the innovation technological areas. If when we talk about the NIF from the different domains, in engineering also there are innovators have developed very big machines also, from a small tools to big machines. Then agriculture plant varieties, when we talk about the agriculture related innovations, so it includes the varieties developed by the farmers, varieties developed by the, then the plant protection practices means they are using the herbal formulations made from the nearby available plants for curing the pest, insect and pest control, then the growth promoter, and they're like that also. Then the veterinary medicines, veterinary science and human health, so the plant based formulations there. So very other knowledge holders, innovators, वैद्य गुना, जो knowledge holders होते हैं, जो जिस तरीके से वो अपने नॉलेज को हम कैसे उनकी नॉलेज में वैल्यू एडिशन. सो वी हैव MOUs with the CSIR and ICMR and different veterinary colleges and medical colleges, जहाँ पे हम इसकी टेक्नोलॉजीज को वैलिडेट कर रहे हैं. सो इन अ डिफरेंट डोमेन इफ यू सी, वी right from the engineering, machine related, agriculture related, veterinary related and human health related innovations को पूरा हम कैटर कर रहे हैं. You can see the large portfolio, they're all over India. So big harvester machines to the small varieties, dimensions, and the different domains. It's not only the agriculture, horticulture, sericulture, अलग तरह से टी के लिए varieties development, सारे तरीके की innovations को हम scout करके उसको value add करके आगे लेके जाने की काम कर रहे हैं. So most important thing is when we talk about how is only the about, not only this about the scouting, is also equally important is about the documentation of these grassroots innovations. So we always believe, as I mentioned earlier also, we used to go to them at their doorstep, try to document this information at their time, in their language and at their place. So because sometimes if you're going into the villages, you can ask if anyone, so they, if they have developed a solution but they don't know whether it is a unique thing or not. So when our team is going into the field, they are documenting, discussing with them, so then only we came to know about these innovations. And then we had, so that is always better to go into the fields at their time, their convenient time, then only they can interact with you. And then if it is possible to have a local person to, so that we can discuss with them to in a local language, in their language, so that the entire information can be easily documented in a first hand way. Then we also gone over the prior informed consent. So we used to work on their technologies on their with their consent. So in that prior informed consent, we just explain them entire thing, complete things about the sharing of the address with this, about the knowledge of their sharing of their knowledge, the nature of the disclosure, how much disclosure has been done, then condition of disclosure, whether they are interested in taking these technologies for the value addition, business development, benefit sharing mechanism. All this have we a complete documentation. We discuss with them, and based on their opinion, we take these technologies or these innovations forward for the next phase, for or you can say for the incubation program. So if we talk about the complete chain, so whenever we are any scouting, grassroots innovations or traditional knowledge, uh, and its convergence. So first step is identifying, then second step is developing, then the support, and then promote. So identifying what? So we are identifying ideas at the local level, innovations, and knowledge, traditional knowledge practices. Among traditional knowledge practices also there are innovations, because we always say there is a knowledge which is inherited, but sometimes all during inheritance also, many of the herbal healers, many of the knowledge holders, they also used to try and error method. They also develop their own formulations, their own solutions. Those among them also there are innovations. So for developing, for what? For the market research and for the products, then we are supporting them and for the filing the patent if it has a novelty. Then financial, managerial, transactional, and all the supports were given, and then the promoting their innovations as a success stories, brand building, linkages, and then change in a benefit, and the benefit to the knowledge holders and TK. So this is a, you can say, a complete paradigm how this conversion of identification to taking to the forward national innovation foundation. So we also have a NIF Entric. So NIF Entric is basically a technology business incubator for the grassroots innovators. Normally, the technology business incubator where are for the professionals also, but this is for the grassroots innovators, which we have established in 2015 across the country. And in this, we are taking these innovations from the idea stage also. Here are some examples where we have entrepreneurship development program, market, and with the partnership with the industry commissioner, then Kadi Sarasa and Ormas, Sanmati. There are the different participants. Then we have also signed the MOU with Amazon also to take these innovations for the commercialization. So we can give a market linkage, providing a linkages to them for taking these innovations forward. So far, we have already grasped around 91 incubatees from our technology business incubator, and where 700 plus rural employments have been generated from these 25 uh, incubatees are there, where her annual turnover was very good as in crores, and 22 states incubators, and 95% of the incubated innovations are successfully commercialized and available in the market. Giving a very common example is a Mitti Cool. You can see on website also, on in Amazon also. It's a Mitti Cool, basically a innovation developed by by a pot maker, Mansukh Bhai Prajapati, and this idea, and now he is an entire brand is a Mitti Cool. So if you talk about the genesis, जब हम इसकी बात करते हैं कि कैसे इसके दिमाग में ये इस मिट्टी कूल का आइडिया आया, तो इन 1999 2000 जब हमारा जो अर्थक्वेक आया गुजरात में, तो कच्छ और भुज में काफी डेवस्टेशन हुआ, और उस टाइम पर जब वो एक हेडलाइन आई थी पेपर में कि गांव के या गरीबों के फ्रिज भी टूट गए. सो चूंकि ये पूरी कुम्हार फैमिली से था, क्ले पॉट मेकिंग फैमिली से था, तो इसके दिमाग में आया क्यों ना हम एक ऐसा फ्रिज बनाएं जिसको हम मिट्टी कूल का उसने नाम दिया कि एक अर्थन फ्रिज बनाए, जिसमें हमारा घड़े के ही कॉन्सेप्ट, इवेपोरेशन के कॉन्सेप्ट पर साथ ही साथ उसने क्या किया, अगर आप ये फिगर को देख रहे होंगे तो उसमें एक वाटर का चैम्बर है कि साथ साथ नीचे उसने 2 चैम्बर्स दिए, तो इवेपोरेशन की वजह से वो भी ठंडे हो जाते हैं, एंड देन आपका वो 2 दिन तक आपका वेजिटेबल्स है, फ्रूट्स हैं, दैट कैन ऑल्सो बी स्टोर्ड. सो देन ही स्टार्टेड, देन उसको आइडेंटिफिकेशन के बाद एनआईएफ की सपोर्ट से हमने उसको इंक्यूबेशन का आगे फर्दर आगे लेके गए, वैल्यूडेशन और सारी करने के बाद धीमे धीमे उसने अपने प्रोडक्ट में एक रेंज बनाई. इट इज नॉट ओनली दैट अर्थन पॉट, क्ले स्टिक, नॉन स्टिक क्ले, देन डिफरेंट अर्थन वेयर्स, अपनी चीजों को, ताकि अपने आप को मार्केट में सस्टेन करने के लिए नए नए चीजों को कीप ऑन इनोवेटिंग द थिंग्स, अर्थन बॉटल, देन एक पूरा कंप्लीट सेट बनाया. So if we are talking about the technology, then what we did also, BIS standard. So any technology which has to be identified, value add कर रहे हैं हम उसमें कैसे इसको, तो इसको हम कैसे वो करेंगे, इसका टेस्टिंग कैसे होगी. देन वी हैव ब्यूरो ऑफ इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड्स के साथ मिलकर हमने इसके स्टैंडर्ड डेवलप किए कि क्ले क्या, नॉन इलेक्ट्रिक कुकर जो कूलिंग कैबिनेट है उसके लिए क्या स्टैंडर्ड्स होने चाहिए, कैसे उसको टेस्ट किया जाएगा. तो उसका एक फर्स्ट, ये पहला एक एग्जांपल है ग्रासरूट इनोवेटर्स का, जहाँ पे एक BIS स्टैंडर्ड्स इसके लिए बनाए गए, ताकि जो है इन स्टैंडर्ड्स पे इस चीजों को आगे बनाया जा सके. सो अगर आप बात करें तो टेक्नोलॉजी डिफ्यूजन की, तो इन्होंने अपने साथ ही इनोवेशन ना ढूंढने के साथ साथ इन्होंने बहुत सारे, इन्होंने अपनी टेक्नोलॉजी को ओपन सोर्स भी किया, ताकि जो लोकल वेंडर्स हैं, स्ट्रीट वेंडर्स हैं, वो भी इस तरीके की टेक्नोलॉजीज को बनाएं और बेच सकें. एंड साथ ही साथ इन्होंने अपने एक्सक्लूसिव शोरूम्स भी खोले, ताकि खुद भी अपना वो कर सकें. और मोर देन 200 शोरूम्स इनके हैं इंडिया में, और अब अभी इनके करीबन 6 से 7 शोरूम्स हैं जो अब्रॉड में भी हैं, जैसे ऑस्ट्रेलिया, दुबई, सऊदी अरेबिया, ओमान, साउथ अफ्रीका, ताइवान में इन्होंने अपना शोरूम खोला है. And as I mentioned, as I mentioned earlier also, कि he keep on innovating to remain existing in the market. So इन्होंने अपने सारे जो पोर्टफोलियो है, प्रोडक्ट रेंज है, उसमें ना नई नई चीजों को ऐड करते गए. तो अभी जैसे जैसे नए एडवांटेजेस क्या हैं, साथ ही जैसे उन्होंने टाइल्स का वो किया, सो अर्थन टाइल्स को उन्होंने बनाया ताकि जो आपकी हाई राइज बिल्डिंग्स हैं उसमें लगाया जा सके. तो ही इज ऑलवेज थिंकिंग अहेड ऑफ द कंपटीशन, उस तरीके से आगे लेके जाते हैं. सो अगर इफ वी टॉक अबाउट इन अ नटशेल कि एनआईएफ ने किस तरीके से इस पूरी टेक्नोलॉजी को आगे, तो रोल इन एनआईएफ इन एलिवेटिंग इट्स इम्पैक्ट, सो इम्प्रूविंग इट्स टेक्नोलॉजी रेडनेस लेवल. तो उसको कहाँ, जब आइडिया स्टेज से कैसे उसमें क्या इंप्रूवमेंट होना चाहिए, वहाँ पे इंजीनियरिंग इनपुट, देन डिजाइन इनपुट, कैसे उसको आगे ले जाना, देन बिजनेस डेवलपमेंट का वी हैव गिवन अ सपोर्ट थ्रू स्ट्रेटेजिक मार्केटिंग इनपुट्स एंड ग्रोइंग सेल्स, देन सिक्योरिंग BIS standards. And after that, it is in more than 8 countries, 60 cities, and 250 retail outlets हो गए. Then directly he's giving a 300 people's employment, and indirect to more than 2000 employments. And this also gives a benefit sharing, how he is also supporting. So he also used to organize organize some competitions at the local level, or sponsoring awards to the kids in the community who have done well in their studies, regular training programs and workshops in Gujarat and other states, so the other earthen pot makers and all can understand his technology and take this his innovation or his numbers of his technologies to the for the market, and more than 500 members of his community to continue the pottery business. So this is how NIF is not only identifying, it's all identifying, then taking innovations to the market. Another, giving an example where we have of one of the innovation, Genesis Critical by Subhash Ola. Basically, this innovation was reported as a steam recycling unit for the mawa making from Rajasthan. So we identified, we validated, and which claims after validation, we came to know that yes, it saves the fuel of 30% and water by 80%. So then we thought where it can be used and what in the different sectors. So we identify the different sectors, and then we company incorporated this company in NIF Intric, and mentoring and handholding provides. And then this Genesis Critical Innovations Private Limited was formed, and now you can see there is entire empowered. You can see this is picture of workshop of this, and he has also got an Amazon Sambhav Entrepreneurship Challenge Award. He has won with it is not this challenge award is for all including grassroots and professionals. So among them, he was got the award for the in energy genius energy for the startup of the year. So when we talk about, as I mentioned, many of the innovations, many of the knowledge which we used to identify, which used to document, are plant-based formulations developed at the local level. Mainly the knowledge holders, Vaidyas, Gunas, yeah, people who are still doing the practices of plant-based formulations for curing a different diseases in human health as well as in veterinary. So what we used to do, not every practice which is being documented can be taken forward for the value addition. So we made an criteria of identifying the unique leads. So in that, and plant which is not mentioned in the knowledge system. Knowledge system, when we talk about the knowledge system, it's a Ayurved, Siddha and Unani. You all know, I am sure that you all of know that Indian knowledge system, ASU system, 2,500 plants are only used. But when we talk about the flowering plants of India, more than 20,000 flowering plants are there. So still there are, if you can say, 10,000 plants have been identified for their medicinal properties. In folklores or a tribal knowledge system. So then still there is a huge scope of the potential practice plants are there whose has not been uses has not been identified. So we try to have a plant which is not mentioned in the classical find. If it is mentioned, then the use should be known. If we talk about it, giving an example of this point, suppose there is an basil, a tulsi, used for cough and cold. It is everyone knows about that. If tulsi is used for the tuberculosis or the malaria, tuberculosis or jaundice, so that use may not be mentioned in the knowledge system. That has can be taken forward, or the combination of these. A combination of known plants to increase the efficacy. So by this way, we used to identify, we used to take this formulations, identify, and then for the validation and taking forward. So if we talk about therapeutic areas in which we are taking leads forward, as a bone health, we everyone knows that there are in the knowledge holders are giving many practices for the treating the bone setting practices, then pain and inflammation, then like a jaundice, hepatoprotective, stress management, oncology, then the cancer or ulcer practices, diabetes, epilepsy, tuberculosis. These are the areas in which we are working after identification of their knowledge, verification and validation for the validation programs. I'll give you an example of a one herbal practice or herbal lead which we identified, which we have scouted and documented at from the Tamil Nadu, where one knowledge holder has given a formulation of one plant, combination of plants for the treatment of cataract. We all know for the cataract treatment there's a need for surgery, but this formulation cures cataract for the stage 1 and stage 2. So in this, we have taken the clinical trials in Bharati Vidyapeeth Pune along with the joint product development program with Dabur Research Foundation. So in this, we used to develop we did the trials in the Bharati Vidyapeeth Pune for the in sodium salinate induced cataract model. So you can see on there's a no treatment, then before treatment and after treatment, you can see after the disease control, normal and test group. So there's a clear, this corneal, the white patch is not there. So it is not only then we have some of the during the scouting and documentation, we used to have received the many practices from different domains. So we developed the formulations based on this knowledge in the different nutraceutical programs. Some nutraceutical products we have developed, then also, and in veterinary medications also we developed the veterinary medications to take this, and we have transferred this technology to many of the companies like Rakesh Pharmaceuticals. This is a Masterec gel. So Masterec gel is for basically the herbal formulation for curing the mastitis. Then Blotamin, Vermavit powder, and these are the basic knowledge which we have received from this knowledge holders. And then after the value addition and validation, we have converted this into the formulation, and then technology transfer, and all benefit has gone back to these knowledge holders. So if you say basic research, preclinical research, clinical research, and product development. So after the identification of the lead, uh, we use our team used to go into the field for the verification. Then we do the prior art search for the establishing the novelty of that, yes, and then also asserting the source of the raw material for the standardization and extraction. So it is not that we have to also see the what important raw material it is, which is easily available or not. If it is an endangered and rare and endangered plant, then we did not take forward, because we also follow all the NBA rules and all. So then preclinical, the chemical and pharmaceutical active ingredients, this all that happens, and then clinical phase 1, so phase 3 trials, efficacy, and then product regulatory approval after the phase 4 trial. So this is how our technologies, whatever we are establishing, are identifying the leads in herbal categories we used to follow as the standard procedure. So I'm just giving another example of one formulation which we have received from the Jharkhand, which is for the typhoid. So this is a US patent for the one herbal healer, and this formulation is has been already in the validation stage, where it is also giving a results on the resistant, also on the resistant bacteria also for the typhoid. So how you can join us in this identifying the grassroots movement and making India innovative and creative society. So you can help us in identifying the grassroots innovations from nearby your areas. There are many grassroots innovators whom we have not reached so far. You can help us in identifying. Then you can help us in value addition or validation of these innovations, means for the verification and detailed documentation. And there are many of the innovations. We believe that yes, these innovations can be disseminated through different channels, so that benefit can go back to the knowledge holders or the societies. So thank you so much for giving us time for just sharing about the National Innovation Foundation and how we are taking these innovations forward. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your expertise experience with all of us. For your guidance has been valuable as your research work. It will be very beneficial for all our students and us also. Now again, I request my colleague, Miss
If anyone wants to ask something, they can ask any other questions if they want to ask, or any suggestion, or they want to clarify anything, they are welcome.
Okay. If any questions from anyone, student, faculty member also. If any question, then ask to the sir. No one is there.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for giving us time.
Continue. Thank you so much, sir, once again. Now again, I request to my colleague, Miss Bembre Shraddha ma'am, to introduce our next resource person, Dr. P.P. Sharma, sir.
It's my great pleasure to introduce our estimated guest, Dr. P.P. Sharma, sir. Dr. P.P. Sharma, sir, is a distinguished academician and researcher in the field of botany, currently serving as a professor and head of the department at Sri Muktanand College, Gangapur. He holds MSc and PhD degrees with specialization in taxonomy and ethnobotany, with over 21 years of teaching experience and 31 years of research experience. Doctor has made a significant contribution to botanical sciences. He has published 113 research papers in reputed journals and authored 8 books. He has successfully guided 7 PhD scholars, with 3 currently pursuing doctoral research under the supervision. He has completed major and minor research projects funded by prestigious agencies such as UGC, RGSTC, and DST. His academic excellence is reflected in his Google Scholar citations and H index of 15. He has served as a resource person and invited speaker at national and international forums, and has held several key administrative positions, including vice principal and principal. Dr. Sharma is recognized as PhD Guide Fellow of reputed scientific societies and an active member of our academic and research bodies at university level. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now I will request two honorable resource person, Sharma sir, to share their knowledge with us about the topic plant and Indian system of medicine. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So before I begin, I would like to thank management of the college, honorable principal of the college, honorable principal Dr. Shivdas Shirsat sir, my big brother. Then vice principal, my friend Dr. Ramesh Shinde sir, and the speaker right now, we listened his talk, Dr. Vivek Kumar Srivastava. We were together for 4 years in NBRI Lucknow, Vivek. And after a long time, I was recalling the memories. Okay, it was nice talk from you. Then the faculty members of botany department, Ms. Poonam Lakhe, Ms. Tejaswini Kople. Thank you. So I will begin for my lecture. I will share the screen. If Vivek has stopped it. I think my screen is visible to all. Okay.
Yes, sir. Visible.
Is it? Okay. Okay, so today I will speak on the topic from Vedas to clinics, plants and traditional systems of medicine in India. In fact, myself and Dr. Vivek, we worked together for 4 years on the ethnobotany only. And now, little bit he has changed his field, though he is in touch of herbal medicine also, but nice things he is doing there. So before starting the actual topic, I would like to discuss about the phytogeographical affinities of India. In Marathi, because most of the students are there, in Marathi also I will speak in between. So, म्हणजे भारतातील वनस्पतींची जवळीक दुसऱ्या देशांची किती आहे हे बघा. दिस इज बिफोर 2060 million years ago. Okay, there was one single landmass. Earth was one single landmass. Now we have 7 continents. On those days, Earth was single landmass, and it was being called as Pangaea landmass. And at the bottom, you can see this is the position of India, sandwiched between Africa, Antarctica, and Australia. Here it was India in 260 million years ago. Gradually and consistently, the pictures can show this. This is 225 million years ago. India, that South Asian part, I will say, it got detached from that single landmass Pangaea, and simultaneously 2 major landmasses appeared here, Laurasia and Gondwana. So in the due course, India traveled about 160 to 65 years as a island. So due to this all things are occurring due to the shifting of plates in the earth. So this landmass traveled about 165 years as an island, and finally it got associated or joined or collapsed or collision with the Asian part. So collision of the South Asia part with the Asia, now what we are telling about the India, that gave birth to the Himalaya. In next slide you can see, here you can show the how India this moved toward the Asia, and this collision gave birth to the Himalaya here. So why I have shown all these things? Because see, Africa was attached to the India those days, 265 million years ago. And today also, if you will see, the 55% of plants which are occurring in the India are occurring in the Africa. Africa have 53 countries, India is a single country. But due to we have diverse habitats in India, all the habitats which are occurring in Africa. So most of the plants, 55% plants are similar as Africa is having. So this was the affinity, phytogeographical affinity of the plants with the Africa. Now India as a mega diversity country, we have 2.4% of global land area as compared to the world's land. And within the 2.4% of global land area, we have 8% of global diversity. 2.4% जमीन आहे भारताची जागतिक पातळीवर, आणि 8% आपल्याकडे ग्लोबल बायोडायव्हर्सिटी आहे. आणि इंडिया इज हॅव्हिंग 17 मेगा डायव्हर्सिटी among the 17 mega diversity countries. 2 global biodiversity hotspots have been recognized in India. One of them is in Western Ghats, other is Eastern Himalaya. Floristic wealth of India. around 47,000 plants have been identified so far. Around, I'm telling you, correct figures are fluctuating all the times. Within this, 18,000 are angiosperms, which we call as flowering plants. 1,200 are pteridophytes, 2,500 are bryophytes, and then algae and fungi remaining species are. So about 30 to 33% flowering plants are endemic. Means these 33% plant which are occurring in the India are not occurring anywhere in the world. So this is due to the thing that about 165 million years, India was an island. So that restricted the spread of plant species to the other land masses. Medicinal plant diversity in India, around 8,000 species have been reported, 8 to 9,000 species, and used in codified system like Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, Amchi, 1,800 species are there. Commercially used 800 species are there. Cultivated on large scale, 120 species. Just a minute. Okay. Then biodiversity, the starting point of medicine. All the medicinal system originate from the biological diversity. As the plants synthesize secondary metabolites for their survival, like alkaloids, flavonoids, glycoside, phenolics, peptides. These all alkaloids are being synthesized by plants for their survival. And for the humans or the animals, this molecule interact with the enzymes, receptors, and metabolic pathways in human. Now, this is ancient record of medicinal plants. So, during 3,500 BC, before Christ, India had an extensive pharmacopoeia that we call as Vedas. 4 Vedas are there. It was 3,500 BC. And thereafter, 2,250 BC, Egyptians were practicing the medicinal plants. Records are there. So India is on the top here. The 900 BC evidences show use of medicinal plants in the New World. Thereafter, 330 BC, one of the great Alexander, student of Theophrastus, sent medicinal plants from Asia back to the Greece for cultivation. And 200 BC, the first written Chinese records, although use was probably as India have. But records we found 200 BC. So all the ancient civilization used herbs as integral part of their various medicinal systems. So these are the records. India is on the top because we had a Vedas with the information. Then the ancient herbal medicine as human adaptation. How it proceeded? Diseases existed long before the modern science. Even though human being was not there, animals were there, diseases were there. Then the early humans, what they did, they observed the animals, what they are eating, what they are avoiding, and they tested those plants. And in testing them, they got some medicinal potentials of those plants and recording those outcomes orally from one generation to another generation. Those days they did not have written text. Thereafter, medicine developed on empirical basis. Herbal medicine today, what is the scenario? Due to realization of potential of herbal drugs, the demand of herbal products increased all over the world. Nowadays, you can see most of the people, they are literate in India and they are trying to avoid the allopathic medicine and they are preferring the Ayurvedic medicines or the homeopathic, whatever. So Indian systems of medicine are among the well accepted systems globally. Now, concept of herbal medicine, what concept is it? Just a minute. Herbal medicine uses whole plant parts or the crude extracts, different things are there. And it relies on the synergistic effects of multiple compounds. Most of the formulation you can see in Ayurveda, they are made up of different plant parts. Okay, so that gives a synergistic effect. And these formulations, which are based on the herbal medicines, have lesser side effects and a better tolerance. And preparations includes the decoctions, extracts, powders, paste, oils, fermented products, etc. Now, history of herbals in India. Ayurveda is said to be the oldest tradition of medicine in India, and Charak is the father of this science. So the Charak is father of Ayurveda. Besides Ayurveda, other traditional systems such as Siddha, Unani, and Amchi is being practiced in India. So before these systems, the folk medicine practices were very common. So folk medicine practices have given the written text, and written texts have given the different systems of medicine. So what is the difference between the folk medicine and traditional systems of medicine? In folk medicine, no written text were there. Knowledge transferred by the verbal means from one generation to another generation. This is about the folk medicine. In traditional systems of medicine, we have written texts available. Scholars of those days have written the texts. This is the basic difference. So folk medicine has given the Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, and Amchi as the Indian systems we are calling as medicine. Nowadays, in Ayush, they have included yoga also, that is a therapy. So transition to the Vedic medicine from the folk medicine. Folk knowledge become codified. Okay, scholars of those days, they have written the text. The codification was based on integrated with philosophy, rituals, and spirituality. This was the birth of Ayurvedic medical pharmacopoeia. Now Vedas we will discuss in brief. 4 Vedas we have: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, and Athar Veda. Athar Veda we call as a backbone of Ayurveda. In the Rig Veda, references to the medicinal plants and natural remedies have been given, while in Yajur Veda, ritualistic use of plants with hygienic and antiseptic applications are given. While in Sam Veda, psychological healing through sound and mental balance has been mentioned. And Athar Veda, which is important as far as the herbal medicine is concerned, the direct medical content, including the diseases, drugs, and therapies, have been given. So Ayurveda is considered to be most ancient of all medical disciplines in the world. And Athar Veda, the last of the 4 great monuments of knowledge Vedas, forms the backbone of Indian civilization. It contains 114 formulations for the treatment of different diseases. Ayurveda in brief, we'll see. So Ayurveda, Ayu and Veda means Jivan and Vidya. So the 2 bases are there for Ayurveda: Swasthya and Atharvritam. Swasthya means preventive measures they have focused, and then curative measures, another thing is. Ayurveda is practiced since last 3,000 years. About 30 to 35% of the people still prefer Ayurveda in India. About 1,800 plants are being used or mentioned in the Ayurvedic different formulations. Of these, 300 plant species are commonly used. 100 species are heavily used in most of the formulations. And out of this, 70 to 80 species are being considered as a threatened if they are not protected. So Ayurveda is based on 5 elements. We are calling it as Pancha Mahabhuta. The 5 elements are Akash, Vayu, Agni, Pani, and Prithvi in Marathi. And these 5 elements are related to the 5 senses: hearing, touch, vision, taste, and smell. Pancha Mahabhuta, these are. Now the 3 doshas, 3 humors: Vat, Pitta, and Kapha. 3 humors govern all the psychological and physiological functions of the body and mind. Vata is characterized by the mobile nature of wind or air. Pitta embodies the transforming nature of fire energy, which we call acidity and all these things, while Kapha reflects the binding nature of water. 3 dosha has recently been redefined as an equilibrium, balance, and coordination between 3 vital body systems. And those systems are central nervous system, endocrine system, immune system. If these three humors or 3 doshas are in a balance or in equilibrium, these systems work, body works normally. If there is some up and down, so body gives the different responses as the diseases are different elements. Now, trinities of Ayurveda, 3 pillars of Ayurveda: Charak, Shishrut, and Vagbhat. Charak has written Charak Samhita, Shishrut has written Shishrut Samhita, and Vagbhat has written Ashtang Sangraha and Ashtang Hridaya. Charak Samhita, he has written around 600 BC ago. So it was compendium of Charaka as an early text of Ayurveda. He emphasized on diet, activity of mind and body. So he mentioned diseases or ailments around 100,000 it was, and medicinal plants he has mentioned 620. Shishrut Samhita. In Shishrut Samhita, there is a detailed description on the dissection of whole body, plastic surgery, and about the operation theater. So the Shushruth identifies around 1,120 diseases and he lists 760 medicinal drugs. Now, as Shushruth was a father, we are calling him as a father of surgery. So he used 21 surgical instruments those days. And out of these 121 instruments, 6 types were there. 101 blunt instruments were there, blunt. And 20 instruments were sharp instruments. So I will show you the picture, what type of instrument he used those days. These are the instruments used by Shishrutha. And the great thing that those days, he could not get the things as he desired. So what he did, he got training to prepare the instruments with the local lohars and all. And then he prepared all these instruments. These are the things, plastic surgery is being done. Then this is the room of, means they are preparing the medicine and all. Then the Vagbhatta. The extant text of Vagbhatta is Ashtang Shanga. It has 6 sections and 150 chapters. Then Ashtang Hridaya, again the 6 sections, 120 chapters. Vagbhatta has mentioned 700 to 800 plants in all this Ashtang Shanga and Ashtang Hridaya. So, I conclude about this Ayurveda. Ancient Indian medicine was independent development, as the people say. This is based on the William Hunter's book, Vita Medica. While the Arab medicine was founded on translation of Sanskrit treatises, means based on the Indian Sanskrit treatises, Arab medicine has been translated. They have translated it Arabian language. And European, what they did, they translated the Arabian treatise in the Latin version. So base was the Indian Sanskrit literature only those days. And this is written in the book by William Hunter. Second, E.L. Balsamitis, the wonder that was India. He has written the book. In the book, he is giving a statement. Indian surgery remained ahead of European until the 18th century, when the surgeons of East India Company were not ashamed to learn the art of surgery from the Indian. So these are the evidences, and these books have been written by the people or authors from other country. So India had a knowledge, Indian people, they had a knowledge of medicine, herbal medicine, as well as the surgery also. And most of the outsider, they have taken the training from the India, and now they are ahead. How this map shows how the Indian herbal medicine or the knowledge of this herbal medicine spread through the world. This is old map I got from literature. Now Siddha. Siddha is another system of medicine. It is practiced in some parts of South India, especially in the state of Tamil Nadu. The term Siddha comes from the Siddhi, which means achievement. And Siddhas were the men who achieved the supreme knowledge in the field of medicine, yoga, and tapan. As we are calling Vaidya or doctors. In Siddha, they are calling Siddhas. So it has close affinity to Ayurveda. It maintains a distinctive identity of its own. Close affinity it has to the Ayurveda. According to the Siddha concept, matter and energy are two dominant entities which have great influence on shaping the universe, on shaping the nature of universe. These are matter and energy. In other words, they are calling Shiva and Shakti in Siddha. Shiva and Shakti, that means matter and energy, as they are calling. So matter cannot exist without the energy and vice versa. Thus both are inseparable. This is the concept of Siddha. So as Ayurveda is having 5 elements, Panchamahabhuta, same are here, 3 doshas same are here, as the Ayurvedic concept is there. And 1200 plants are being used in Siddha system of medicine. Now Unani. Actually Unani is not Indian system, but it is naturalized in India since several decades. Unani medicine has its own, its origin in Greece. It is believed to have been established by a great physician and philosopher Hippocrates. It was 360 to 277 BC. So 900 plants have been mentioned in Unani. Now the last, Amchi. Amchi, the word Amchi means a doctor. It is practiced in Himalayan ranges, Tibet, Ladakh, Nepal, India, and Bhutan. Regarding its origin, still controversy is there because Tibetan people, they are calling it our system, and India is calling our system. Still controversy is there, but it is believed that Buddha himself revealed this system of healing, and the practitioner of this system, system of medicine are being called as Amachi. 450 plants they have mentioned in this system. Now, plants used in different systems of medicine. Now, the recent figures tell in folk medicine or ethnobotanical literature say around 9,500 plants are being used. Then in Ayurveda, 1,800 plants are there, Siddha 1,200, Unani 900, Amuchi 450, and modern medicine. Now, plants-based allopathic medicine or modern medicine, 130 plants are there. Crude drugs. Now, these are the two pictures are there. About 250 plant species are available in crude drug market, of which 50 species belong to the Himalayan ranges only. Means 50 species are occurring in Himalaya only. Almost 60 to 70% of these 250 are found in Western Ghats of Maharashtra, Sahyadri we call, and part of it has been extended to Karnataka, Gujarat, like this. Western Ghats, these species are occurring. The two graphs I have given. In first graph, these are the figures before 25 years back. 25 years back, most of the plants which are being used in medicine, 90% of them were collected from the wild only. And 3 to 4% were under the cultivation. And 6 to 7% they were being collected from the wild as well as from the cultivation. The other graph says this is the present figures are there. Status of the species oftenly sold in market. So 56% species now are being collected from the wild. Means the decline is there. From 90% to 56%. This progress has been made. Most of the farmers, they have been given the contracts by different companies and all, and they are just cultivating the medicinal plants or selling to the different industries. Under cultivation, 3 to 4% were there. Now 28% under cultivation is there, and 16% they are being collected from wild as well as from the cultivation. Now the transition from traditional medicine to the modern medicine. In 18th to 19th century, what has been introduced? Botanical classification we got, chemical extraction systems we got, experimental pharmacology we got. Then traditional remedies shifted from the whole plant used isolated compounds. Active principles were isolated those days. So the development of alkaloid chemistry, organic synthesis, toxicological testing started, and this was the reason or the support for the transition from traditional medicine to the modern medicine. Key shift it was. Some examples I am giving. We got the lead from traditional medicine, and now they are the modern medicine. Aspirin tablet is we are using, most of the people they are using. From willow bark we got it. That plant name is Salix species. 2-3 species are there. So it is a classical example of traditional modern medicine to modern medicine. The origin of aspirin lies in the use of willow, Salix species, by ancient European and the Asian folk medicine. It has been given, and the references here are given that it was used for fever, pain, and inflammation. Okay, and the active compound is salicin in this plant. Chemical modification led to the acetyl salicylic acid, aspirin, that is. We got the aspirin, and modern clinical uses analgesic, antipyretic, anti-inflammatory, anti-platelet. Most of the traditional leads they got me, they prepared the modern medicine. The second example, Catharantha drugeus, we are calling it as Sadafuli in Marathi. In traditional medicine, it is being used for diabetes and wound healing. And scientific screening revealed that it has anti-cancer properties. In most different cancer, it is being used. The two alkaloids are there in Catharanthus, vincristine and vinblastine. These are used for different cancer treatments. In artemisinin, traditional knowledge solving global crisis. The Artemisia annua is the plant. It is occurring in India, but in Himalayan ranges. We have in Maharashtra other species are there of Artemisia, not actually annua. Used in traditional Chinese medicine for fever, rediscovered during the malaria crisis. So artemisinin, isolated in 1970s, acts rapidly against the Plasmodium parasite, which causes the malaria. And Nobel Prize was given in 2015 for this discovery. And who recommended first-line anti-malarial this plant medicine is. The story behind this Artemisia annua, a decade back or 2 decades back, in India, one Central Drug Research Institute is there. They prepared one semi-synthetic medicine based on the Artemisia annua extract. Its name was RT ether. It was prepared for the treatment of cerebral malaria. So this is the Indian contribution after this. Now, this is the plant toxicity turned into therapeutic precision by digitoxin, heart medicine from the foxglove. So for heart, in traditional needs are there. Basically, this plant, Distalis purpulea, is being considered as a poisonous plant, but it was used in folk medicine for heart condition, different heart diseases. The modern pharmacology, what it says, digitoxin regulates heart rate and cardiac contractility, and clinical applications of this digitoxin, this drug from the digitoxin, congestive heart failure and atrial fibrillation. Now morphine, papaver plant name is there. It is being used for pain relief, for sedation in the traditional medicine, some leads say. And mechanism is binds the opioid receptors in CNS and alters the pain perception and clinical use. Now, opium still it is being practiced in the modern medicine. It is being given for severe pain, post-surgical care, if as a painkiller, and cancer pain management is being used. Quinine, the first effective antimalarial. Cinchona officinalis plant name is there. From the bark, the extract is being, or the active principle is being extracted. Its medicinal importance is first effective treatment for malaria and paved the way for modern anti-malaria research. Then these are few examples I have given as how the traditional leads have given the modern medicines. So some questions are there. Authenticity of raw materials. See, most of the industries, they are taking care of the material, its identification, its collection time, its processing time, but not all. Industrial requirements are fulfilled by the local people. The vendors, they are telling the local people to collect the plant material. So their authenticity, there is a question mark. Problems of quality material, what quality material they are getting, because the adulterations are too much nowadays. Then wastage during the transportation, how long you are sending it, and time gap between the collection and medicine preparation. These are the challenges. And impact on resources. Most of the resources, say 25 years back, 90% plants were collected from the wild. Now the decline is there positively, but more decline is required to protect the resources. About now some plants which are occurring in our nearby areas of Marathwada, I have given here, so students can see their botanical name and what uses are there. This is Avacium tenuifloring, Tulsi we are calling. Each and everybody is having in the home. It is used for cough and bronchitis. Infusion of leaves are used for gastric disorders, and the decoction of root is being given for the malarial fever too. Curcuma longa, haldi or haridra, is a native of southern Asia. It is used for diarrhea, intermittent fevers, and disorders of blood in affections of liver and jaundice. In jaundice, it is being given. It is extremely applied in pains and bruises and given in disorders of blood. Normally, if you have injury, small cut, we are immediately putting the haldi powder. This is a common practice at each and everybody. Or in aloe vera, corpun. This is again known to all. The lip juice is used in dyspepsia, which we call in Marathi, burns, cooling, liver diseases, skin diseases, constipation, abdominal tumors, dropsy, and flatulence. Normally, without asking anybody, we are using this for as a shampoo to eat for better for digestive system. For skin, we are applying. Ficus bengalensis, word. Used to treat diarrhea, dysentery, leukorrhea, piles, toothache, rheumatism, infertility, and ear problems, skin hair, several diseases it is being used. So plant parts I have not mentioned here, doses I have not mentioned. If anybody is interested, they can see such more information on the net. Then Bacopa monnieri, Brahmi we are calling. Brahmi is a memory enhancing, it is good for a brain. There are two species, one is a Centella asiatica at the left, and another was the Bacopa monnieri. Both are Brahmi and both have equal importance. So Brahmi, treating diseases of brain and to improve memory, it is being used. Now, Emlica officinalis, amla, rich source of vitamin C. It is used for proper digestion, constipation, fever, tonic, and prescribed as in colic, jaundice, hemorrhage, gastric troubles, and many other disorders. Then Withania somnifera, ashwagandha. This is also very common medicine in Marathwada. It is used to treat very serious disorders like tuberculosis, Kshay Rog म्हणतो आपण त्याला, then leprosy, rheumatism, fitting and swelling, other uses are there. It improves immune system as an antioxidant and even as an aphrodisiac. So these are the uses of ashwagandha. Then the neem, this is again a common plant. This plant is used for a number of diseases, a number of ailments. And it acts as antiseptic. Toothpaste is a very common practice till in the villages. The elder people, they take the twig of neem and they are using it as a toothpaste. Mouthwashes are there based on the neem plant. It has a microbacterial fighting agents that prevent the tooth and gum diseases if you are using it. When neem oil is applied on astringent boils, sores, scraps, it helps in speeding and healing the process. When they massaged into the muscle, the antiseptic properties of neem oil can help the body to relieve itself of a toxin. Few uses I have written there. A number of uses are there for neem. Now next one is Spilantha sacmela. In Marathi we call it Akkal Kara or Akkal Kada, like this. So most of the people, if small children, they have stuttering speech. They cannot speak fluently. The flowers of the flower buds of this plant is being given to chew them. So it is belief. That is a belief. That is not reality. It's also known as a toothache plant disease. Treatment of toothaches and oral infections, it is being used. Then Sarpagandha, it is not occurring in Marathwada. This has become a rare plant in Konkan and other areas. It is occurring. Its name is Rauwolfia serpentina. The acaricide reserpine present in the roots of this plant have been proved to be effective remedy against hypertension, blood pressure. It is being used, and now it has been converted in modern medicine also. Now, Terminalia arjuna in Sahyadri, this plant is occurring. According to Ayurveda, it is tonic. It is being used as a tonic for anthelmintic, useful in fractures, ulcers, heart diseases, biliousness, urinary discharges, asthma, tumors, leukoderma, anemia. A number of uses are there. Its bark is being used. And ephedra. Ephedrine and a series of related compounds are used today as a nasal congestion to treat low blood and to treat low blood pressure. For nasal congestion, ephedra sprays are there. They are being used as nasal congestion. Zingo biloba. This is not occurring in Marathwada, but most of the students they might have knowledge of this. They have their in syllabus in BSc as well as in MSc also. So it improves the blood flow, improves memory in older people. Seeds are used as experimental and sedative. Echinoctium ferox. This plant is tubers are applied to the skin as a surface anesthetic. Then also to treat lumbar and leg pains, neuralgia and rheumatism. Commiphora vitae in Sambhaji Nagar, one plant is there that is in Millen College. Commiphora they have planted. So oleogum resin from its stem is being used for various diseases or ailments like neurological conditions, leprosy, skin diseases, heart ailments and hermatitis. गुगुळ म्हणतो आपण त्याला आणि धूप म्हणूनही वापरतो आपण घरात त्याला. These are some postal ticket. Nowadays nobody is sending the post and all by post office, but those days, hello, the slide has not come, I think. Okay, this was the last slide. I will stop here. Thank you very much. If anybody having any doubt, any query, now this slide is visible. You can see it. Postal tickets are there. So to promote or popularize, give the popularity to the plants, the government decided to make a postal tickets of the plant-based pictures and all. Thank you. If you have any doubt, any query, please ask me. Thank you, Lakshman.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable information regarding the topic, that is medicinal plant concept of herbal medicines. Thank you so much. If any questions regarding this topic, please ask to the sir.
It seems there is no questions.
No questions, sir. Yes.
Okay.
As we come to the end of today's seminar, I invite Ms. Nagorkoje VT, ma'am, to propose vote of thanks because expressing gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter the words, but to live by them. So please, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected chairperson, honorable guest speaker, faculty members, participants, and students. As we come to conclusion of this enriching online seminar, it is my proud to privilege to propose the vote of thanks. First and foremost, I express my sincere gratitude to our estimated keynote speaker, Srivastav sir, who spared valuable time and shared deep insights and expertise on the topics. Then also special thank to the research person PP Sharma sir for their valuable timing, and the session was highly informative, inspiring, and thoughts provoking, and it has truly enriched our knowledge. I extend my heartfelt thanks to our honorable chairperson, Principal Dr. Shivdas Sirsat sir, for presenting over this online seminar and constant guidance and encouragement. My sincere thanks to the Vice Principal, Dr. Ramesh Shinde sir and PK Jadhav sir for their support and motivation. I am also thanks to all my faculty members and colleagues. I am also thanks to organizing committee and special thanks to technical team, that is Ali sir and Asep sir, for managing an digital platform efficiently and ensuring a seamless online experience. A special word to thanks to all the participants. Last but not least, I thank to everyone who directly or indirectly contributed to the success of this online seminar. Thank you.